their lives in the process unnecessarily. It is always the beast's own arrogant ignorance which causes their defeat. Their own whistleblowers are telling them that karma is here to collect its dues, but their arrogance won't allow them to hear this message. Their own perversity is revealing to us that they are sadomasochists right along with their other misfunctions. The four greatest evils in the creation are money, unjust wars, religion, and machine world, promoted by advertisement through commercials. America is dominated by all four of these evils. America is also dominated by the aliens it has saturating its public architecture, like its European family members. The little aliens dominating its every fixture are the Zeta Reticuli Greys, who did most of the genetic engineering right alongside of the Alpha Draconian reptilians to create the Aryan species from the gibbons and rhesus monkeys. War is their game, tricking ignorant humans and keeping them insane, is how they work these time dramas as the time travelers they are into your dimension to take over via technology and deceit. People like those in Malachi York's Nuwabian movement are selling false and erroneous as well as obsolete information to the ignorant mass.
Look at all the green sunshine. Can you believe that? Look at this. Let me run it back. Look at all the green sunshine.
Time dramas as the time travelers they are into your dimension to take over via technology and deceit. People like those in Malachi York's Nuwabian movement are selling false and erroneous as well as obsolete information to the ignorant masses so as to keep their program going and maintain some sort of living for themselves by propagating the erroneous information
Did you see
produced by their master.
It went from green to blue to burgundy.
Who was serving time in prison for having sex with little girls.
That is true. I remember when I was a child, I used to hear my grand people, not on my other side, well, the black ones, was real black ones, but on the light skinned side, I used to always hear them saying that of all the good hair coming from light-skinned people, and the black people had real bad nappy hair. It was crazy having to hear that growing up. Very confusing. Even though both sides were black, we still had all these difference of distinction in those small intricacies of, or the small increments of pigment variation.
Some intellectuals have termed it being oppressed between silk sheets. However, when one is poor, homeless, and penniless, there are really no sheets at all.
See, the truth about the matter is that you shouldn't be poor, homeless, and penniless ever, especially during the time when you can go to many neighborhoods and find empty, boarded up houses or just empty, dilapidated houses. But then you can always find the medium that causes these circumstances to be corrupt business practices, mainly generated from banking principles. The banks can make money by creating poverty and depriving people of their cut of the pie. You can make a woman be a prostitute where she sells her body and gives it to someone who brings the money to you, all organized crime. You know, you don't see them out there as the people that's doing it, but the fact that she's got to pay rent to the landlord who's the slumlord, or she's got to pay taxes to the people who pay the policeman that's going to arrest her, or she's got to get a food handler's card to get a job in KFC's, and that money gets sent to the people who's going to arrest her also if she part-time prostitutes because her KFC job doesn't pay enough, or if she paid to the bus that's giving her a right to work. It all goes right back into the hands of the people who create all these circumstances where they could create money generation for themselves. So they need someone to be the pawns to play in their little misguided game. So they pour all this concrete and cut down all the trees where if left alone and you had all that stuff, you look at them like, fuck you, why would I want to get involved with that shit with you when I could just stay over here picking fruit off a tree like I've been doing forever. I don't need to be running up to your damn concrete steps and fighting to get in the elevator and competing with people and all that. I don't want you having no control like that over my life. When I know the universe gave me a whole different thing to do. So they created this. They created all of it. So don't y'all sit y'all white asses up and ever try to get mad at me or think I'm out of pocket or think I'm doing something wrong by recognizing that me as a person and all the other people on earth who wants to be godly need to get themselves as far away from you guys' established way of existing as fast as possible, because the only thing gonna happen living in you guys' world is that we work forever and then die. And that's pretty much it. Work hard as hell forever, then die. And you white people say, well, that's the same thing we do. But see, the difference is that you guys don't mind doing that because you've done it forever and you've done it so much, you pushed it on us. But my job is to wake you up and let you know you shouldn't live that way. And if I can't wake you up and let you know that, I'm definitely going to be trying to wake up my sisters and brothers who you would be considered to be that too if you didn't dichotomize yourselves by your whiteness as compared to our blackness. So you've done that. When I say I want to wake up everyone on earth, that includes you. But when I say I want to wake up my brothers and sisters, that includes you too. But the thing is, when I say that, you in your heart, like some of my brothers and sisters, are going to eject it because of whatever type of egos you have inside of your head. So what I'm just going to say is that I was sent here to wake up all God's children, especially the melanated ones. And the reason why I say especially the melanated ones is because we all have a confusion about who should be God or who is God. So the main thing is that my work has been generated to be on this earth through the sunlight. God's children is all the people on earth who can recognize themselves as being children of the sun. If you are Jesus and everything else, you have just written yourself out. Even though the sun is going to give you the opportunity to change, you're not. So I don't want you saying a damn thing about hating me or anything like that, because what I'm saying to the world is for you, but you're rejecting it. So since you're rejecting it, don't try to make it where it's not available for the other people who's going to benefit from hearing it and know how to take the next proper step. Alright, that's all that is. I wish you haters would go somewhere and die and just leave me alone. If you don't like what I'm saying, quit coming into my YouTube page. Leave that space for the people who can feel me, that's going to be able to jump with me, that's going to be able to heal their bodies, that's going to be able to get sustainment and keep breathing, while a lot of you guys are going to be short of breath and hurting feet. Look at the lights. See, I already know who's got this camera. We both know who's holding this camera, don't we? I know who's holding it. Look at the lights. I know who's holding it. I can tell by what you're picking up in the camera. I can see, I know who's holding this camera. I already know. I want to show you guys something in case you don't know. See, you see this in my camera too.
Intellectuals have termed it being oppressed between silk sheets. However, when one is poor, homeless, and penniless, there are really no sheets at all.
This is just capitalism. She felt that camera on her, ain't that something? She felt it. Look, these lights right here are little entities of the sun. This is sunlight energy emanating on earth. These things can take on manifestations, and as soon as they get ready to, they can turn into a man and start walking. This is the power in the sunlight. That is what you're looking at. You're looking at emanations of our Creator God that has come here to earth and are walking around on the earth and making themselves available to you through this person's camera. This is not my camera, but I got a feeling I know whose it is, and you know this. I tell you, these things go from big, 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 big to little, 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 little. And there it goes right there. You see these in my camera plenty of time. These are the same spaceship orbs that you see up by the sun coming down here to earth as cherubims, is what some people call them. Emanations of our supreme creator essence. Telling the police, I got my eye on your ass. Know that. See, there's the sun that's sending it all right there. See, I know what I'm talking about. Look at the sun. Sending it all right there. Because you know they've been probably doing some shit and the sun is watching them. Saying, always around, always watching. And then look how beautiful it is. Wow. Oh, you got a light. I don't know. Either way, it was beautiful.